Today is Tisha B'Av, the ninth day of Av, and it's July 27th, Thursday, Yom Chamishi, fifth day of the week, ninth of Av. And I'd like to take some time to explain to my viewers and Twitter followers the daily statements that I make, the post that I post on the work that I've been involved with since 2012, or the year 5772, about 11 years ago, late summer, September 2012. And this work is called the PL-89 calendar, and it's a calendar that takes into consideration the sun, the moon, and planet Mercury, and the Julian calendar, which is 13 days behind the Gregorian calendar. And every day I post something. It's mostly in English, but sometimes in Hebrew. Today I happen to have posted it both in English and in Hebrew. So I'll read it both in English and in Hebrew and in English, and then explain it briefly and try to keep it under 15 minutes so I can post it on YouTube. Today's statement is Im Hashemesh be 27, Esrim B'Sheva, V'Hayreach be 9, Tesha, V'Kochav Chama be 38, Shloshim V'Shmone, Az Ha-PL-89 be 3, 3 V'H29, Esrim V'Tesha, Shayach le 27. Esrim V'Sheva. And in English that is, if the sun is at 27 and the moon is at 9 and Mercury is at 38, the PL-89 is at 3 and at 29, and TS is 27. The Julian calendar is on Friday, July 14th, or box 12. What that means is that the sun represents the secular calendar, the Gregorian calendar, which is a solar calendar, 365 days. And it is at 27, which means today is July 27th, very simple. The moon is at 9, meaning that the Hebrew calendar goes by the moon, and it's Av, today's the ninth day of Av, so the moon's at 9. Mercury is it's not as obvious to understand what it is, but Mercury, and I'm going based on published data from, you can look it up anywhere, any encyclopedia, Wikipedia, NASA, all kinds of astronomic published data about the planet Mercury, and I've seen many different sources, and they all say basically the same number, and I'm going based on that. And I don't know, I'm not taking into consideration conspiracy theories, whether we have accurate information, when we don't. We have to have what we can work with. So I work with basically published information on the planet Mercury, which states that Mercury's orbit around the sun is 87 point something Earth days, and that is really what this PL-89 calendar is. That represents the 90 day. It's 3 months. 87 is almost 88, almost 89, almost just about 90. And that's one of the reasons why it's called the PL-89, because it's like 90. But 89 has other reasons, but 89 is close enough to 90 that you can see 90 days. You can see basically 3 months. So basically in each Jewish tekufa, each season of 90 days, you're dealing with Tishrei, the fall, Teves the winter, Nisan the spring, Tammuz the summer, which we're in right now, starts a new mercurial year, Kochav Chama, or some call it Kaspit. So basically, we start the count every tekufa, every season. Now we're in Tekufa's Tammuz. So the sun is at 27, the moon is at 9, Mercury is at 38, which means if you count starting from Rosh Chodesh Tammuz, you'll get to 38 days over here. So then the PL-89 is at 3, because this is box 3. Why is this box 3? That's a different story. That has to do with the sequence pattern of 8 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9 plus 8. That's also another reason why it's the PL-89, because it's 8 plus 9, and the reason why we're doing that sequence is based on a verse in a passage in Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 20, but that's for a different video. Okay, 29, because 29 basically is box 29 if you count July, then you're going to be at 29. July 1 is here, it is 8, 16, 24, so in box 4 here, and then 24, 25, 26, 27. We're on the 27th day of July, so we're in box 29. Okay, and the TS is 27. TS basically it's a simple way of saying the same. TS, the same, meaning equalization, which really points to this week's Haftorah in Nachamu. The verse says, "Chol gei yinaseh," every valley will be lifted up. "Chol har v'gibah yishbalu," every mountain will be lifted down. And those are one of the sounds that symbolize gematria, meaning everything is equalized, everything is connected, everything is explained. And so the TS becomes 27 because we're July 27. The Julian calendar is on Friday, July 14th, meaning Julian calendar is 13 days behind the Gregorian calendar, and which was Friday this year, Friday, July 14th, or box 12, right here. And that's basically what you're seeing when you see these statements every day of the PL-89 calendar. Thank you.